Bafana was a sleeping giant. A team that once conquered Africa in 1996 had slowly faded into the shadows. The stadiums grew quieter. The pride faded. The world stopped fearing the boys in gold and green. Even the Minister of Sports referred to them as a bunch of losers.
What I saw there was not a problem of coaching, was a bunch of losers.
But in 2021, everything began to change. A Belgian coach named Hugo Broos arrived straight talking, no nonsense, and ready to rebuild from the ground up. This is the story of how Hugo Broos resurrected Bafana Bafana and how a nation rediscovered its footballing soul. To understand the rise, you have to revisit the fall. After hosting the 2010 FIFA World Cup, South Africa was expected to become a powerhouse. But what followed was a decade of disappointment, missed tournaments, early exits, and a revolving door of coaches. The local league thrived commercially, but national football stagnated. Bafana Bafana failed to qualify for the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations, a low point that shook the nation. The pride that once united millions was gone. Even the fans stopped attending games. It felt like the end of an era until Hugo Broos entered the scene. In May 2021, the South African Football Association made a bold call. They hired Hugo Broos, the man who led Cameroon to an unlikely AFCON title in 2017. Many doubted the decision. They said he didn't know South African football. But Broos didn't come to please anyone. He came to rebuild from zero. His first words were blunt. We have to stop living in the past. The future starts now. And from that moment, his mission began. It was a point of no return. Hugo Broos didn't waste time making changes. He dropped several senior players who had underperformed for years. He called up young, hungry players, many from the local Premier Soccer League. He did not care whether you played for Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, or Sundowns. He called players based on merit and game time. Even the likes of Oswin Apollos was called way before he joined a big team. Critics said he was disrespecting experience, and too many people wanted him to call overseas-based players. But Broos believed South Africa needed a fresh mentality, one built on hard work, not reputation. He was brutally honest, often clashing with journalists and even club coaches. He always asked them, why should he call players who have been called many times before and failed to deliver? But behind the criticism, there was a clear vision, forming a team that played with unity, aggression, and tactical discipline. Under Broos, Bafana Bafana found a new footballing identity. No more aimless possession. No more relying on individual brilliance. No more overseas-based players who were benchwarmers at their clubs. They played structured football, compact defense, quick transitions, and fierce pressing. Every player had a role. Every mistake had accountability. He handed leadership to Ronwen Williams, whose calm presence stars like Teboho Mokoena, Kuliso Mudau, Evidence Magopa, and Percy Tau became symbols of the new era. Slowly, the team began to believe again. And for the first time in years, so did the fans. And 23 Africa Cup of Nations was the moment it all came together. And once again, his squad selection faced heavy criticism, with many people questioning the selection of Evidence Magopa. But Sir Hugo Broos knew exactly what he was doing. South Africa entered the tournament as underdogs, but shocked the continent. They fought with discipline, defended with pride, and played as one. The very same underrated Evidence Magopa scored a crucial goal that helped to eliminate favorites Morocco A team that is currently the best in Africa. A team that defeated Spain and Portugal and reached the 2022 World Cup semi-final. And just like that, goals from Evidence Skomota Makopa and Teboho Mokoena were enough to bury Morocco 6 feet underground. When Ronwen Williams saved 4 penalties in the quarter-final against Cape Verde, the world watched in disbelief. Bafana Bafana were back among Africa's elite. They didn't win gold, but their third-place finish was their best in over 20 years. A symbol that South African football had finally turned the corner. But success never comes without turbulence. Just after their AFCON triumph, Bafana's dream of reaching the 2026 World Cup faced a shocking setback. FIFA docked 3 crucial points from South Africa in the World Cup qualifiers. A punishment that stemmed from a registration error involving an ineligible player. Overnight, everything Broos and his team had built seemed at risk. The standings changed, and qualification suddenly looked uncertain. The pressure was mounting. Critics called it carelessness, and the pundits were all over the team once again. But Broos refused to let the drama destroy the momentum. He faced the cameras, took responsibility, and told his players, "We've come too far to fall now." That moment became a test of character. On the 10th of October 2025, they faced Zimbabwe in a crucial encounter, a game that didn't mean anything for Zimbabwe because they were already out of the race. But as for South Africa, it was a do-or-die situation. The boys fought hard. From the first whistle, the master chef gave it his all, and Zimbabwe kept compact until the end. It felt like the end of the world for the South Africans. The moment was unbearable. It felt like a funeral. And once again, Bafana Bafana needed calculators to see if they stand a chance. Instead of breaking, Bafana Bafana grew stronger. They fought harder in their final fixture against Rwanda, turning frustration into fuel. The boys were on war mode with nerves of steel. Each goal, a message that South Africa's rise wouldn't be stopped by paperwork or politics. It wasn't just about football anymore. It was about resilience, unity, and national pride. Love him or hate him, Hugo Broos changed everything. He gave Bafana Bafana an identity, discipline, and belief. He rebuilt trust between the fans and the badge. And he proved that South Africa could once again stand tall on the continental stage. From the chaos of failure, Broos's legacy is already written in the hearts of millions.